yes, 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 yes. What am I doing? And why am I doing it? Well, it's a positive psychology-based exercise that has neuroscientific proof to it. I'm helping to rewire my brain so that when I achieve something that is seemingly basic, I celebrate it over the top in such a way that, similar to training a dog, means that I'm more likely to do that little good thing again in the future. Why was I so happy there? Well, I'll tell you. I recently purchased a bottle of soda water. Well, it seems like a small deal, but it was instead of another otherwise branded energy drink, which I may or may not have imbibed plenty of in my time. A fine neuroscientist and great friend of mine, Martin Inderbitzin, links below, told me about this exercise I can do, and you can try it yourself. When you're about to engage in a habit that is perhaps destructive, that you fall into more often than you would like. For me, that is energy drink, sometimes even ice cream. He said, when you make the good decision, celebrate in an over-the-top manner. A little bit like you just scored a goal at football. In my case, that's what I would do. Pump the air, shout yes. So now, when I choose to buy soda water instead of energy drink, I go yes, yes, yes. The same applies when I get a banana instead of an ice cream. So, if you have any little bad habits or things that you want to move away from one thing to another, try doing that. It feels very good. I really look forward to going to the shop now because I get that little moment of celebration. Sometimes I might click my heels instead. What else can I suggest with regards to neuroscience-backed techniques? Well, here's another one. See what I've got here on my wrist? A little red band. This is a technique that helps me personally for when I'm engaging in a lot of critical thinking. And I don't wear it anymore, but I'm doing so for the purposes of this demonstration. When trying to move from self-critical thoughts to more self-loving thoughts, I put one of these around my wrist, and if I find myself beating myself up on my head and saying, "You idiot, how could you do that? Oh, you're stupid, why did you do that?" I'll go and put it onto the other wrist. Simple. But what I find is that for the first day or two, I'm like, blimey, I'm actually switching this across quite often. But then, over time, I'm about to think something like that, and actually, instead of fully following through with the thought, I'll just check myself and see if I can positively reframe it in that moment. And if I can do that before I get a chance to switch the band over, I don't need to switch the band over. On top of that, what we can do is, if we think a really positive thought, just give it a little ping, not so it hurts yourself. You don't want to be causing yourself any great physical pain here, but just a little bit of a well done. Or you could reverse the whole process and switch it each time you think something really nice and encouraging about yourself, and then just give it a little ping if there is negative self-talk. But just marking these moments and becoming mindful of what we're thinking about ourselves is very handy. So may you get to a position where you're finding several chances throughout the day to go yes, 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 and then just being mindful with a little device like this. It could be a elastic band or hair bubble or something similar, but just something that helps you keep track and basically think the nicest possible things about yourself, over celebrate the small victories in such a way that helps us to cultivate new habits and have a good to great day most days.